activities. So it is very difficult to market a kind of a book which is taking a totally contrarian position, as compared to a book that were sort of playing to the gallery, telling them what they like to hear. And so many people, nice book, all these India books are like that. None of them, you know, I would one day write a book where I take on Shashi Tharoor and Pawan Gupta and Amartya Sen and Sunil Khilnani, all these guys, India books, exceedingly shallow in terms of their knowledge of Indian civilization. Their idea of India is, it starts with the Mughals, who bring in, you know, sitar and tabla and chicken tikka and all that. and then it continues with the British, who bring cricket and railways. And supposedly, according to Narayan Murthy, when he was asked why are Indians so good in IT, rather than explaining that we have a whole learning tradition, he said thanks to the British for teaching us math and science. Okay, he said that. And then, of course, if everything good about us is imported, then naturally the Americans will bring us human rights.
Very true. You know, you have to give credit to Rajiv for just saying it like it is. You know, he's so blunt. He does not worry about, you know, being politically correct, and he's always honest and truthful of what he says. So we really have to give a big hand to Rajiv. This is a devil's advocate question. It says, evangelicals are reacting to the conversion of Americans to Hinduism by ISKCON and other organizations. What is your response to this?
Okay, I think there is, at one level there seems to be a parallel, but it is not a parallel. A deeper understanding of what is different between Dharma and the Abrahamic religions is the topic of my next book, and you have a flyer there. In fact, it addresses Dr. Menon's why question. Why? It addresses that question in that book. And I want to, in fact, invite you to have a webinar with me where we converse on my next book. But that's the next book. As far as a straightforward answer to this question is concerned, there is a difference in the conversion process, conversion logic, conversion in the whole circumstance. The American is not a poor person who is being told we'll save you with the Hinduism if you get, we'll give you food or medical treatment or get your kid into college, and in exchange for something which is very material and practical that you are otherwise not able to get, a condition is that you get into ISKCON. It is not done with inducement and pressure, and 90% or more of conversion in India is done under duress, which should be declared unlawful. And Secondly, ISKCON is not part of a nexus involving Indian government, church, Indian temples, various think tanks, and a huge amount of power structure and the academics. It is not. It is just an organization by itself. But the Lutheran Church is a part of some of these Scandinavian government organizations. They give funding to them. The taxpayer money, part of it goes to the church in some of these countries. Now people think that the Christianity has gone down in Europe. For domestic consumption, yes, it has gone down, but its export has accelerated. In fact, you should never accept, when they say, don't worry, they're not Christian anymore, you should say they're not Christian anymore in terms of what they practice, but it is a form of soft power, international projection of your soft power via religion, which is a very important point Dr. Menon made. That religion becomes the alter ego, it becomes the second face of a country if its religion gets exported. So when people become Muslim and they're pointing towards Makkah, then it is Saudi soft power. And the Roman Empire never ended, it became the Vatican. Because it is a Romanized, it is without military politics and all that, it is ideologically, is their wavelength. The Vatican appoints every bishop in India. Every bishop in the Catholic Church is appointee of the Vatican, they can hire fire. If you're running a multinational and headquarters gets to appoint every subsidiary head, it's called a controlled foreign corporation because its control lies through that. So how can the Vatican be, the bishop in India be declared as an Indian minority when his loyalty and his appointment comes from a foreign sovereign state. The Vatican is not even only a religion, it is also a member of the United Nations as a sovereign state. So every Catholic church with an appointment, the head being an appointment of the Vatican, should be declared a consulate of the Vatican. There are legal ramifications.
Yes.
Because if you are operating a consulate, then you have to have certain requirements. They are not only considered not to be consulate, but they are given privileges as a minority. This is the point we're making.